a beautiful day. I'm going to walk over to my neighbor's yard to see if any wildlife is out. I'm going for a walk today. I'm going to take you into the cemetery behind my house. Show you some really cool, very old cemetery stones. We have been in this village for about 11 years. The village is very old, mid-1800s. Sometimes we get a lot of squirrel over here and chipmunk. The moon was out very early yesterday, so I hope it comes out about the same time, because I'd like to try to get a shot of it. Sometimes my meteorologist airs it on TV. I've had quite a few photos aired this year. Everything's getting really green. Nothing back here today. We get a lot of variety of wildlife back here, from deer to groundhog, a rare occasional porcupine, fox, coyote. Gotta be aware and alert. Here's some more crocus that are up. They're one of the first flowers of spring next to the daffodil. The lilies will be coming soon in tulip. We have a tulip festival in Albany that's been around for a really long time. And we go almost every year as long as it's not a washout. And I look forward to it because I photograph the flowers in the park. And a lot of my photos make the local news. A lot of people moved off our block recently here. And I hope that the new neighbors will keep the flower bed, because I've gotten really great insect pictures. Bees, ladybug, praying mantis, butterflies, monarch over in the flower bed. Looks like they may keep it. And there's another little flower bed on this house on the right, and they've moved out too recently. And the ones on the corner straight ahead have moved a few years ago. Looks like the forsythias are blooming. That big yellow bush, one of my favorite bushes that bloom in the spring. Then I love bushes in the fall that look like they're burning, called the burning bush. Here comes the daffodils. All of a sudden the wind picked up. It wasn't windy when I started. My neighbor's forsythias starting to bloom. You can see the flowers here. Here's some more of those purple flowers in pink. I'm not sure what they're called. If you know, please comment down below and let me know. And my friend has 4 flowers getting ready to pop up. I think they're lilies, because the daffodils have already bloomed. Over by the church, there's lots of tulips. Before we go over to the cemetery, we're going to see if the red tulips have bloomed. Here is one of my other favorite barns in the village. See, it used to be red. There's the right-hand side. They painted it blue about 3 or 5 years ago. It is really pretty. I like to take it all the seasons and all weather. There's a flower bed here in the summertime where I get the monarch as well as the yellow tiger's fall butterfly when it blooms. It's amazing what a day can make. The tree is almost fully bloomed in front of the church there, and the forsythia is even more colorful and more yellow than it was. A random neighbor just stopped to tell me how much they love my photos and everything. I thought that was really cool. It's starting to get noticed in the neighborhood. It feels almost kind of famous. They're almost about to open the Emperor Red Tulip. They're so pretty and vibrant. There's some over at the elementary school and the flower beds too, but I don't think they've been upkeeping the flower beds because of COVID that happened when the school was remote for a while. They may start it again this year because they like to teach the children how to take care of plants and how to grow food. We are coming up onto the cemetery, and we're going to go on in. The kids love to ride their bikes in here. Everybody walks in here. It's a nice, good walk around. About a mile, maybe 2 miles wide if you go the full circle. And a lot of people train here for a track for high school, as well as the professional runners. They also use 9J for running as well. I'm going to come up to the entrance here on this side. There's also one on Scott Avenue, an entrance. Always be aware of cars that are visiting. And we're walking up to the first of the headstones. I'm going to show you a really cool one when we get there. Here's a first look at our cemetery. All the way to the back are the really old stones, and they even have bags available for people that walk their dogs through here. You take in, take out. Not allowed to let them go to the bathroom and leave it. Goes all the way to the houses over there, and then spreads far back. My kids used to come here for lessons for school and take paper and take a rock and scrape the rock on the parchment paper, I think it was, or wax paper, and make imprints for science projects, and I thought that was really cool. I'm going to take you over to one of my favorite tombstones, and I believe he was in the Navy because of the shape of the stone. Well, I don't see it anymore. It used to be along the side here. There is a second one that I thought was really cool. And it is a long log looking thing. Almost a cylinder. Reminds me of a canned good. That is really neat. I don't even know the year of it. I don't think I can read anything on it. Yeah, it's all washed out. Can't even see the name. Estella is the name. 1878. That is my house right between the trees there. That means it's at 12 o'clock noon. And then the neighbor's house is on the left and the other neighbor. That is how close we are to the cemetery. You could walk through the woods, but there's a lot of prickers and thorns in the heavily wooded area that wasn't cleared out, so I wouldn't recommend it. I'm going to continue to look for the sailboat tombstone. They may have removed it for repair. This one is 1872 to 1961 and 1877 to 1959. Under the tree here, there's a few more, and some look really old. I don't know what happened to the boat one, but I'm disappointed. I'm going to take one more look. Found it. I'm going to stop and look for a while. I'm going to visit it here. It looks like it's getting varnished. We are going to head back to the house now. Look at the shadowing from all the trees. Very beautiful day out. I do have on a light jacket because it gets very windy, though I don't need it, but I do keep my lens that I carry in the pockets in my extra battery, so it's useful. Instead of carrying a clunky camera bag all the time, just have my pockets. More forsythias on the side of that house over there. Well, the footage of the boat tombstone didn't record. And what did record, it was kind of spinning and upside down and not focused, and a little 3-second clip. So as I approached it and found it is all you're going to see within the video. But the next time I go over to our cemetery, I'll try to get a better video of it. That Goodall under the trees, when I was taking pictures of that, is when my camera decided it didn't want to work. There's a woodpecker up there. These are 1900s. Start in the 1890s. Maple tree. There it is.